Hey spuddies, PotatoMcWhiskey here, and welcome back to Let's Play Europa Universalis 4 as Yemen. I almost said Civilization 6 again, but you know, old habits die hard. Where we left off, we were kind of debating about exactly what we're going to do here, but I think we kind of ended up making a fort, or a castle rather. It's a fort, but it's all the same. We have a few things here that we want to take care of. I really don't want to take... this is becoming a theme. Like, I'm just going to wait. I'm going to bite the bullet and wait for this institution, because otherwise I feel like I would be spending way too many points. Yeah, it's just not just the benefit here doesn't seem to be worth it for me, particularly when we're going to be moving towards legalism and taking a further technology discount here over the next few years and months and stuff like that. Let's see, what kind of army could we get? We're up to 17. I think I want to implement another one of these edicts here for the monthly autonomy. I'm sort of spending money in the short term for a lot of other things in the long term, notably things like money, manpower, and just generally money, manpower, and force limit is what I'm getting in the long term by doing this. You should see they should start paying for themselves in a few years. Let's see. Gain unrest. And we would get a Muslim dual infantry. I'll just delete that unit because I can't support it. Yeah, if I could get my friendship with the Rashids up, but they're still really upset with me over the you know, the whole annexation thing. Whoops. A little bit of an annexation that went on there, you know how it is. Sometimes you just, you know, you're hanging with your bros and you're having a good time, and then, you know, you conquer Rashid. And it happens. Something we do need to worry about, we are bleeding sailors here, which is the opposite of ideal. Okay, so this would give me the Sufi Shrine until the end of the game here in Sihir, which would be +2 tax forever, whereas this would be temporary and it would give me cheaper admin tech and push me towards legalism. So it's whether or not do I want the tax income over the rest of the game? Well, the autonomy in here is really high anyway, so I don't even really care. So I'd rather take the yearly legitimacy and get the extra legalism as well. So the extra, yeah, that's fine. And that'll mean my admin tech is actually starting to be at a reasonable price. We need a little bit more legalism for it to really make sense. But we probably want to take that at some point in the future. So this would lose me some unrest, move me towards legalism, or I could move even more towards legalism. I want to move towards legalism as much as possible for the discounts in tech, and the tax modifier is also really good, as is the manpower boost. So I'll spend a little bit of admin, and that'll bring down the tech costs. We got an heir. Ooh, we got a god tier heir, actually. 2, 3, and 5. So he's a little bit above average. He's actually, but I think his distribution of points are actually very nice. So we're going to be boosting military points here, and we're going to be sticking in a... Ooh, we could go double discipline and get ourselves up to 10% discipline. Or we could take land maintenance. It would save me half a ducat, but I think I like the idea of maybe being really strong in terms of discipline, making people feel less inclined to declare war on us. So my Diplo rep just took a hit, but now we own all this territory, and we can make more states, which is quite nice. So you can see Yemen has become quite the power. Let's see, who are you allied with? Mushasha. So if I were to declare war on Oman, I would want to have some claims in here. And I do want to declare war on Oman because I want the Hormuz cores back. In fact, I may even trade this core to Hormuz and give them... I may even give them all of Bahrain. It's tempting, but I think I want to take grain for myself. We'll see. We'll see. I might give them Qatif. Let them core it for me, because that's connected to all their land, you know, and give them like a little bit of this. Maybe I'll give them back Hofuf. Perhaps. Let's have a look. We have prosperity in here. So this is local goods produced, monthly autonomy change. Fortunately, we're not advancing up here because there's still devastation in this area. The devastation is about to be finished though, 2 months away, and then this will start growing prosperous. Let's have a look. Yeah, so you can see the prosperity is finally starting to appear. Unfortunately, there's a bit of a devastation still in here, but the fort should make a difference once it's finished. So let's start claiming provinces here. I think I'm not going to claim Qatif. Well, it's the only one I can claim. Well, Fui. I'll just leave it. I'll give it to my vassal. So we'll take these 2 provinces. I'll be taking grain and Qatif. So let me have a look at what kind of an army you have. Do I want to take monthly autonomy? I think I want to save here for Miltech before I take this war. Gain +2 base production in Adan. Hey, that's not bad at all. So we're going to move towards legalism here. This will give me the ulema loyalty, which will bring them up to 80 loyalty, which is pretty damn high. And it'll lose me some prestige though, which is fine. The Amirs are looking for more provinces now. Let's have a look. Here's one with a bit of manpower on it. That'll bring you up to speed. Where else could I give you? I'll give you over here as well. You know what? Maybe I'll give this province to the Ulema. Let my estates kind of do their good work. Most of my provinces are owned by them, but most of my provinces are kind of crappy, so it makes kind of sense. Let's see. Yeah, I would like to get local nobility for all the benefits it gets. In particular, I would get my goods produced modifier, but I think I need to save here. Let's have a look at Renaissance. How long? God, it's so close. Come on. Please. Lose administrative power or diplo power. Merchant guilds would lose loyalty. That would drop them below 40. I think the Emirs can lose some loyalty. I'll go high loyalty on the merchants. Keep things nice and balanced. Okay. I'm drilling my army. They're almost halfway drilled. Mara is actually another target of my spy network that I need to get going here. Who are you allied with? You're allied with kind of these crappy countries, but we'll be able to make it work. Oh my god, the Timurids have been absolutely obliterated. Afghanistan are huge! Oh, but there's a bit of a like superpower war going on who gets to inherit all this land. If I was like Fars or someone, could I vassalize the Timurids and use their cores? If I go to war with Oman... Oh, that's tempting. Oh, that's really tempting. If I vassalize the Timurids, I could use their core claims to get all this territory up here. Well, let's keep that going for now. I do need to get the next military tech because I'm behind, and being behind on this particular one is really bad because it's a military tactics tech. So I think I'm probably going to go to the Amirs here and demand military support if I can boost their loyalty. How long until I can call a diet? 6 years. Ouch. That is not fast enough. We do have plus 10% discipline and plus 10% cavalry combat ability. How long until we can take this? 3 years until we can take that. Well, we need it to fight that war, I think. I don't think we can really have an option. Institution spread is going to be something I implement here in these bordering provinces. My force limit should have increased by now, and it did. So I think 6 cavalry is a reasonable number. We'll go up 1. Okay, we have another fort. Is that enough forts for me to be getting maxed out army tradition here? No, I need 1 more fort, I think. So, there's a fort here, technically. Where's my next fort? Let's have a look. 1 here, 1 here. This would defend it quite well. This is a nice choke point here too. So let me see. I do want a fort here eventually, but I think I can skip that one for a little while. I want a fort. Preferably I would want a fort in Bisha, so when I think I will be annexing these guys just to get rid of them so that I can tidy up my land, drop a fort here, get rid of that fort. If I have a fort here, that spreads out my forts a little bit. I could do like Dawas here and this city. Well, where do I what's going to help me right now? Well, all this land over here is going to be really easily occupied. So I'm thinking if I put it right here, they won't be able to run into my heartland. If I put it right on their border, like there, this would like capture the most amount of provinces I could with this fortress. If I put it here, this fortress would control Grain and Qatif later. So I think I'm going to put it in Hafar. Because that's going to control this sort of causeway here. Troops that are trying to pull down through this will have to be sucked up into Hafar, which is a desert tile. Which means they're going to take more attrition. So that's the place I want it to be. Because that means I should be able to peel off and kill this guy while this guy sieges this down. So, Age of Discovery. We're building up Splendor, which is nice too. Ardlan would buy some Condottieri. We're saving up our manpower. This is actually a decent price here. This is not a so decent price. Yeah, I think we're going to work on trying to embrace the Renaissance here because it's about to be in a neighboring province. It's moved more towards legalism. That'll bring our tech costs down even more. Sure thing. Have my military access. So what's our costs like right now? We're about to get our last pip of this. Yemen's base opinion. Oh, that's good. Surf exploitation. 10% goods produced for so many years. 10 years. That's a good number of years. Let's see here. Fort maintenance. How much is this? 1 point. This. So their influence from generalship has declined. Ooh, military power. Yes. Mercantilism. Both of these are really, really good, but I think the military power, the sooner I get this, the better. And this would let me get it much quicker, but the mercantilism is a long-term play. It boosts you a lot of provincial trade power. Yeah, let's gain the military power. The military power here is pretty important to me to getting this online. So, what's next? You're still drilling. I have plenty of spy network here. I can't really use anything for it though. So I'll tell you what, I'm just going to assign one of my diplomats to improving relations with my own subjects. Okay, the Renaissance is embraced here. Excellent. So it's actually spreading down here. So this is the Tahama, Yemen. Let's have a look. 0.54 per month. That's going to take how many years? 100 divided by 0.54. It's 180 months divided by 12. That's 15 years. If I boost that, with the advancement effort here. Okay. 0.65, so that's 100 divided by 0.65 divided by 12. So that's 13 years, about 13 years to get this institution in this province, which is a lot better, I think, than 15 years. So we probably are going to have to take tech before that, so I'll just take it now because it's at a relatively good price. Because I've never really played too much with the whole institution stuff, so I'm still kind of figuring out what the most effective way to do things is. But I think I made a reasonable decision here to do these, get these techs boosted so I feel less weak. Yep, I think the 15 prestige would be really nice, actually. The ducats would be really nice too, though. And let's see. Army drill would increase my land maintenance. I don't think I can really afford that yet. I'm not rich enough. Merchant guilds has increased. Okay, when is this? Ooh, and we could build a hoofness at some point to help siege down these provinces. In particular, his capital. I don't think he has any forts anywhere else. Oh, he does actually have a fort in this desert. It's only a capital fort, though. Have you been claiming more tiles? You have not. I'll tell you what we'll do. We're waiting for the opportune moment of getting this mill tech. Ah, they announced me as their rival. Okay, but we have a royal marriage with them, which is interesting. Does my vassal not have an army? Interesting. Hormuz, what's up with you? Why didn't you build an army? Huh. Okay, the Rashids now actually have an army. So I think I'm going to disable scootage. And then I may grant them a province. What if I were to placate them? I'll place a relative on their throne. And that'll eventually bring our boosts here. Yeah, so the same dynasty here is going to make a difference over the long term. And I will probably do the same here in Hormuz, actually. Place a relative on the throne. That'll give me the same ruling dynasty bonus for their Liberty Desire. Short term, it's a big pain. It's pain, but long term it should be a boost. Right. We're pulling in just barely enough cash to pay for what we're doing. See, it's time to fast. Yeah, I want to move more towards legalism. This would have saved me even more points, but that's fine. The Great Horde is having a civil war. Yeah, I think I'll take state maintenance. It's a nice one. Army drill is pretty high now. So I'm thinking it's about time to declare this war. Now Mushasha will answer the call. You won't come because you're in a war. And we're going to be taking the reconquest of Bani Yas. So when do we get this Miltech? Okay, we get it in December, so let's move our troops over to Zufra to be in position. Is this fortress built? No, we need this fortress to be built to buy us time before the Mushasha can arrive. Let's actually quickly check the ledger. Mushasha and Oman actually have very weak militaries right now, so this is the time to strike. But once this fort is down, that'll mean I should be able to get into Oman and do damage to them before they can adequately respond. I would have really liked to get my army force limit up there though, to get a cannon. Okay, let's take the Miltech. Centralization efforts are going well over here, I think. We brought the autonomy down quite a decent amount, which should entail us getting more and more out of these provinces. If we check our autonomy map mode, yeah, you can see the autonomy is coming down actually quite rapidly. Very, very nice. The prosperity is really, really great. We have a look at the old institution here, make sure we don't miss out. So yeah, this is going to take a while, but the 88% spread modifier is really, really good. Where's this fort? Okay, the fort is now up. I'm feeling comfortable and ready to declare the war. So this is a reconquest. We're going to go for Bani Yas. We're going up to speed 3 for a little while. Qatif has a fully maintained fort. Okay, this is what we want to do. We want to catch these guys off guard if we can. Oh no, he's attacking our fort, so we should be able to go do damage to him. So it looks like he's going down this way through this guy's provinces, but we do have a fort down here as well. Liberty Desire is quite high in the Rashids. I think I'm going to disable this fleet going home at war. Well, what kind of fleet are we up against? Okay, we're up against a tiny fleet. So I'll let you guys, yeah, stay out. So it seems like he noticed my army coming. Okay, he's locked in. So even if we're going to take a penalty here fighting in the coastal desert. So let's have a look. He has a 4-1. We have a 2. Oh, he has a 2. He has a 2-4. So the shock phase is going to be critical here. We're probably going to take a lot of damage here. So we won the fire phase there. And in the shock phase, it looks like thanks to our larger army and surrounding him, we also have a discipline advantage. It seems to be going quite well here in the shock phase. And again, we rolled high, nice and high. But we rolled equally again in the shock phase, but because we have more units flanking, we're getting a damage advantage. Okay, he rolled pretty high in the shock phase, but again, his army is so damaged right now. That doesn't even really mean much. Alright, there we go. So we didn't, I don't want to say we obliterated him, but we did pretty good. Now we want to try and take out Oman's army. Like, for the price, we paid a very small price in manpower for that kill, I feel. I need to try and take this guy out if I can get him. I'd like to get occupying some of these provinces and see if I can bait them in. How far away is this? Is this out of our supply range? It's actually not out of our supply range. So we could get a fleet around here. The 11th of October. Oh, we caught him. Nice one, we caught him. I'm going to shift consolidate here so that my front line is made up of fully healed regiments. Okay, so a new Amir al-Hajj. Your choice of Amir al-Hajj will have an effect on both the success rate of the Hajj caravans of your people, as well as the type of impact any problems with the Hajj will have. A Bedouin will be able to protect caravans from dangers that no other options would be. So I would lose prestige, but I would gain manpower. I would gain prestige, or I would gain trade efficiency. I think I like the idea of gaining prestige here. I don't like the idea of losing prestige, particularly when we're at war, because prestige is army morale. So he actually has a cannon. Okay, we're doing more damage. Okay, he rolled pretty good here. But thankfully we have a surround, so even though we're taking more damage, it's not too brutal. Okay, we're doing more damage to him. Is he going to try and link up his armies? Let's get the Goal province occupied, I think. It's kind of annoying that he was able to retreat over this direction. They should have relatively bad manpower, however, because I feel like I crushed them. Oh man, if I had a fleet over here, I could have caught him here. Oh man, if I had been paying attention, I could have done so much there. The Ibadi faith? What? I thought the only Ibadis were over here. Boy, oh boy. Ooh. My goodness. Okay, tell you what we're going to do. We're going to call this an end to this episode. I want to thank you guys very much for watching. Them meeting up their armies here is actually really bad for me. It's probably going to cause me issues, but I want to thank you guys very much for watching. Hope you guys are enjoying this series. Please remember to subscribe if you want to see more videos from me. Remember to leave a like if you want to directly support my channel, and remember to leave a comment if you want to give me your feedback. Other than that though, I want to say I love you all very much, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye!